Going to learn about the clippers experiment. There are 6 different circuit diagrams are there. Requirement for the clipper circuits are components requirement. Number 1, DC supply, which require 1 volts as a reference voltage. Number 2, the function generator, which generates the frequency. Number 3, the CRO, dual channel CRO, which gives the input and output signal, channel 1 and channel 2. Number 4, breadboard. Now this is your circuit diagram. This is your positive peak clipper. So we have voltage source of 1 kilohertz of frequency. This is your input signal. If this is my input signal, so which having 1 kilohertz of frequency, which is generated from your function generator. Peak to peak voltage, this is plus 2 volts, minus 2 volts. Peak to peak voltage is 4 volts with a resistance of 5.6 kilo ohm. Anode and cathode of your diode 1N4148, and with the help of DC voltage, this is your positive, and negative we need to give a voltage of 1. This is your output of your second channel. Now look at this. Now look at my circuit diagram. This is your this is 5.6 kilo ohm resistance. This is your diode. This is your positive peak clipper. The positive peak clipper, and which is connected in the circuit diagram. And look at the output waveform. In this is your input. This is your input, which is peak to peak voltage 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4 volts. Peak to peak voltage is 4 volts. And look at the output of this signal. This is your output of signal. So when you look at input and output, this positive has been clipped. The positive has been clipped. This is your output signal. This is your input signal. Positive has been clipped. So in the same way, we have some other frequency with others. Look at now. This is your output signal. So next experiment, we are going to deal with the negative base clipper. In this negative base clipper, the same input signal we have it with 4 volts of your signal. Peak to peak voltage is 2 volts, plus 2 volts, negative 2 volts of 1 kilohertz of frequency. See, in this what happened, just you have been reversing of my reference voltage, that is DC supply of voltage. So now look at my the signal across my output. This is my my output. This is my input, which is peak to peak is 4 volts, and according to this is my output, which is negative base clipper. This experiment deals with negative base clipper. So what happened in your at positive of cycle, this base has been clipped, and your output signal is going to behave like this. So finally you have this signal, which is positive has been clipped. This is negative base, and negative base it has been given an output signal like this. Next, for your third setup, we have in again negative peak clipper. So input signal is same as peak to peak voltage is 4 volts. This is plus 2 volts, minus 2 volts. So in this negative peak clipper, the diode has been reversed. In previous case, at positive peak, diode is this, and here is diode has been reversed with the reverse of your anode and cathode. This is your cathode, anode. Anode is connected to the negative, and positive has been connected to ground. So now look at the waveform of your observation. This is your input, and negative has been clipped. Negative of cycle, it has been clipped. So finally you will get it waveform like this. This is your input signal, and output has been clipped. Negatively has been clipped. So this is will be an input signal. So when you look at these things, this has been clipped. So now look at for fourth experiment, which is positive base clipper. The same circuit diagram we had it, and giving as an input as peak to peak voltage as 4 volts. So positive base clipper. In this, just reversing our polarities with 1 volts. Previously the diode which you have been given, same 4148. So when you on the circuit, now look at my positive base has been clipped. This is my output. This is my output. So finally you will get it the same positive as a signal like this, but at positive has been base clipped. Positive half second. This is your output signal. This is your input signal. And final is double ended clipper. This is your final setup of this diode. In this we have two different diodes, IN4148, IN4148 with 0 volts reference, 0 volts reference. So your input signal will be the same peak to peak voltage, and here this is your input signal. So this is plus 2 volts, minus 2 volts, double ended clipper. So you have two diodes, which is, this is cathode of this is connected to the anode of next diode, and this anode of this diode is connected to positive of your 1 of voltage. This is DC supply, which is given 0, and negative is connected to negative. This cathode is connected to positive of other DC supply voltage, which requires two different DC channels. This input signal, which gives you peak to peak voltage of 4 volts, plus 2 volts and minus 2 volts, and here positive will be clipped and negative will be clipped. The output signal look like this. Positive will be clipped and negative will be clipped. So at final the output will be looks like this. So this is the ending of your experiment of clippers. You have 5 different circuit diagrams. One is your positive peak clipper, which is positive of signal is going to clip, and for negative base clipper, here this is your input signal, and for your output signal will be negative base will be clipping it here, and as per the same thing of negative signal is going to come below the reference voltage, you are going to get it. So a negative peak clipper, here the input signal will be the same, but negative has been clipped. So this is your input signal, this is your output signal. So your fourth setup of experiment is positive base clipper. At here the positive base is going to clip at here above the reference voltage. This your input voltage will be the same. And last experiment is double ended clipper, and both the positive half cycle and negative half cycle has been clipped. Thank you.